One of the questions I always get from clients when they either first start a campaign or their campaigns have been running for a while is when they search for their own products or services on Google, why they don't show up for them at the top of the page, or whether they scroll down to the bottom of the page, they simply can't see their own ads. So we do have some reasons as to why this might be.
Hi, I'm James, and this is Tia, one of our Google Ads specialists. And today we are going to be providing a bit of an overview as to why it is when you search for your own brand, you may not see yourself. So Tia, let's get into one of the first reasons.
Yeah. So starting off, it's that when you first launch a new campaign, your budget is going to be maybe not sufficient enough to cover 100% of search impression share. So this is something we track very closely in the early days. Obviously, we're not going to tell you to start with such a high budget as it is a fresh campaign, and we are trying to get the bids right as well. So there's two parts to this. The impression share is there's obviously other competitors in the market, and you're never going to have 100% of your impression share. And the second part is that your bids for your keywords. So we start with these being quite conservative so as to not spend all of your budget in the first few weeks of your campaign running, but we need to see where the top of page bids might sit and adjust them week on week to make sure that you are competitive in the landscape, but you're also not wasting budget. So if you're not showing up, it's potentially because your budget has run out for the day, or we're not bidding aggressively enough at that point versus your competitors.
And so just take a little bit. So I guess when we're talking about impression share, what that means is out of, say, throughout the day, if there was 10 searches for your term, so if you're whatever the term is that you're bidding on, the impression and you showed up for 5 of them, it means your impression share is 50%. And so what that means is that when you are setting your budget, we'll normally look over a day, a week, or a month range, and we'll be able to identify, all right, well, what is the actual percentage of impressions that your budget is lasting throughout the month or week or day for your ads to show up. As Tia's just mentioned, if it's running out quite early throughout the day, or if it's only running at 10%, 9 times out of 10 that you're searching for your campaign or searching for your keywords, it's not going to come up. And so this is sort of one of the key reasons why you're potentially not coming up when you are doing a search for your own terms. Then that second reason is then around the bidding. For a new campaign, you don't want to be bidding at number 1, right?
No.
So you don't want to be overpaying for clicks. You want to be sitting in the top pack, but you don't want to be number 1 at all times, because again, that's going to limit your impression share because you're going to be spending too much on clicks. Your budget's going to get depleted very quickly.
Yeah. And we don't want to tell you straight away to double your budget within the first week if you're saying you can't see yourself or that budget is running out too quickly. We obviously need to see the demand and we need to see how high those bids might get before we adjust them and spend more of your budget or even ask for more of your budget. So it's a fine line between bidding high enough that you're in that top pack, but not too high that your budget is wasted so early on just because you can't see your own ads.
So this is potentially why you wouldn't see your own ads for a new account. For a longer term account, so this is something that if you've been running for a while and it's got lots of conversion data and it's really thriving, there are then additional reasons why you might not be seeing your ads. So do you want to run us through those?
Yeah, of course. So the biggest one would be starting with the audience signals. So Google works off, if we have swapped a campaign over from a manual bidding strategy to an automated bidding strategy, Google works off signals that the audiences provide and previous search history, things like that. They are showing Google multiple times before they're actually ready to convert that they are in the market for that product or service. So they have searched maybe 10 times over the past week or the past couple of months for that particular product and service to do research and start early on in their sort of info seeking process. But when it comes down to actually looking for conversions, Google will work off the data that they have and who is most likely to convert. So if you're a business owner and you jump on Google and you type in your own product just to see if you come up at the top of the page, that's not giving Google any indication that you're actually in market and ready to buy. That's just you trying to see yourself at the top of the page. Google will know that someone else who has done that groundwork, done the research, they've maybe interacted with other platforms as well, or the business beforehand, to then show that business as top of page when they're searching for a product or they're in market and ready to buy. So it's all about timing and what signals you've provided to Google. And I would just have to say that someone working within the business, unfortunately, you're not in market for your own products and services. So Google doesn't want to show the ad to you. You're not the right person.
That's it. So I guess you may see ads, and not saying you never will, but for I guess the most part, these are some reasons why when you're searching for your own brand or if you're searching for your own brand, you probably will be showing up if you've got a brand campaign running, because typically those campaigns will last all day because you want to show up if you have competitors bidding on your brand. But that's a different topic. But if you are searching for your own products, you potentially will see yourself, but these are some of the reasons why you won't. Just don't expect to see your search ads every time you search for your brand, because you don't really want it to be. You want it to be showing up when people are in market ready to buy. You don't want to be paying for clicks just for the sake of being at the top all the time.
And if you do see your own ads, God forbid, please don't click on them because that is wasting your own budget.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching today. I hope this has given you a bit of clarification in terms of why you might not be showing up at the top of Google every time you search for yourself.